Right now, with just 4 days left until the February primary, the candidates for state Supreme Court are ramping up their ad campaigns. We'll take a look at one of those ads in our reality check. Also, Wisconsinites are driving out of state to retrieve recreational marijuana. Why Wisconsin's Senate Minority Leader says our state is falling behind. And later, how some 5th and 6th graders are helping another school located nearly 3,000 miles away. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. If you still need to register to vote in the spring primary election, you only have a few more hours left to do so before Election Day. Per state law, registration is not available on the Saturday, Sunday, or Monday before an election. If you've moved on or before January 24th, your registration needs to be updated. If you moved after January 24th, you will only be eligible to vote at the polling place for your previous address. For a full list of early voting locations, just head to channel3000.com. And if you missed today's deadline, you can still register on Election Day, February 21st. And it is that time of year again. With the election next Tuesday comes the onslaught of political ads. Our political reporter, Will Keneally, has this reality check.
We've already seen a bunch of ads hit the airwaves in this election, which is on pace to be the most expensive Wisconsin Supreme Court race that we've ever seen. And driving a lot of that spending is Liberal candidate Janet Protasiewicz. A lot of these early ads present the opportunity for candidates to introduce themselves. And this is how Protasiewicz wants to make that first impression in front of voters.
I believe in a woman's freedom to make her own decision on abortion. It's time for a change.
If this sounds like an ad you might hear a legislator run, you're not alone. Protasiewicz is taking a little bit of a different tactic. We don't usually hear judges take stances on these kind of issues so overtly. But she's long said that she wants to make her values known to voters.
Extremists want to ban abortion,
even in cases of rape and the health of the mother.
She's also taking a shot at the two conservative candidates in the race on what she perceives their stance to be on abortion. Here's where it gets a little bit tricky. Both candidates likely have their own personal views on abortion, but they have not taken public stances on the issue, have not made it part of their campaign. They've also said all along that they will not let their own personal views prejudge the cases that come before them. But they have been both endorsed by pro-life groups who likely view them as allies on the bench. You may have seen this and similar ads over the airwaves in the Madison market. That's because this spot was part of a $700,000 ad buy that the Protasiewicz campaign is running, the most by far out of any candidate. Conservative candidate Jennifer Doro has a smaller ad buy up on her own, and conservative candidate Dan Kelly has a third-party group running ads on his behalf. I'm Will Keneally with this reality check.
And we'll have more coverage of this election heading into Tuesday, both on air and online at channel3000.com. And that includes this Sunday morning when we will feature our special report on the state Supreme Court primary. You will hear where the candidates stand on the issues and what is at stake in this election that is drawing national attention. We'll also hear from our expert panel breaking down why this race is expected to be the most expensive of its kind we have ever seen.
This is about power. And because if the liberals take over the majority of the court, they will overturn decades of rulings that some people don't like.
It's about whether our freedoms are going to expand or whether our freedoms are going to shrink. The Wisconsin Supreme Court will decide issues like abortion rights and voting rights and gerrymandered maps.
And you can see our full special this Sunday on For the Record after Face the Nation. And let's check the first warn forecast now with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti.
Well, it's clear and cold here in the backyard. We've got that fresh snow cover on the ground. That had a lot to do with it, but things should warm up this weekend. Let's start out by taking a look at the time lapse from the WISC-TV Skycam. A few clouds early this morning, but pretty much sunshine the rest of the day, all the way through sunset. A beautiful sunset in the west, and skies are still mostly clear out there right now. As we look at Doppler track, a few flurries up in far northern Wisconsin and the western UP of Michigan. Some flurries downwind from Lake Michigan, but that's about it as far as precipitation is concerned. Temperatures have dropped off into the lower 20s. Here in Madison, 21 degrees, 21 right now in McFarland, 19 in Perry, 19 in Belleville. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, temperatures ranging from the upper teens to the upper 20s. The warmer temperatures are actually to the north and west where there's not as much snow on the ground. And you can see wind chills right now, generally in the teens and single digits. There's enough of a breeze out there, but that breeze is out of the south, and that will warm us up. So temperatures will drop to about 18 by late evening and then start rising overnight. And with sunshine for tomorrow, temperature should be back up to around 40 degrees. I'll tell you how long the mild weather will last in just a few minutes.
Half of Wisconsinites age 21 or older live less than a 75-minute drive from a legal marijuana dispensary. Now, that is according to a new study from the Wisconsin Policy Forum. With Minnesota seemingly ready to legalize recreational marijuana this year, it could soon be even more accessible to Wisconsinites. For now, the drug is still illegal here in Wisconsin, but Senate Minority Leader Melissa Agard hopes legalization in surrounding states could mean it's on the horizon.
When you go to Illinois or Michigan, the cars in the parking lots are overwhelmingly Wisconsin. People are willing to drive for an hour or more and spend their hard-earned money in another state in order to have access to legal cannabis.
Governor Evers did include legalization in his 2023 budget, but with Republicans in control of the legislature, it's again unlikely to pass. A 71-year-old Monroe woman is dead after a crash in southwestern Rock County this morning. The crash was reported just before 8:30 on State Highway 81 near Morady Road in the town of Avon. The Rock County Sheriff's Office says the woman lost control of her vehicle on the slippery shoulder of the road, slid across the center line and into the path of a semi-truck. First responders took the woman to a hospital where she was pronounced dead. The semi-driver was not hurt. Firefighters say multiple battery packs are to blame for igniting a student's backpack at a UW-Madison campus dorm this morning. Crews were called to Smith Hall just before 1:30 for reports of smoke coming from the building's 5th floor. The building was being evacuated when they arrived. Firefighters later found the battery charging packs and 2 computers inside a backpack. The battery packs had burned through the backpack and also a hole in the carpet. No injuries were reported. More than 2,000 miles separate Waunakee and Venezuela, but distance isn't stopping 5th and 6th graders from helping other kids in need. Our Nicole Herzog spoke with students and teachers there today to find out how they're doing something good, one box of school supplies at a time.
Charlotte, those students hosted a successful fundraiser last year called Sending a Little Love to Venezuela Students. This year, they're hoping to make an even bigger impact. The effort to send a helping hand across the world started when a student moved from Venezuela to Cheryl Lang's 5th grade class last year. Lang noticed the student's mother picking up pencils on the ground to send to kids in Venezuela.
Yeah, it really made me think how fortunate we are for all the stuff we have, and that one pencil could make them so happy, but that we are shipping all this stuff to them and it's making them so happy.
That's when she decided to tell her class about a chance to spread a little love to kids in Venezuela who need it most. They raised money to send 7 boxes of school supplies there and got a video thanking them for their help. With last year's success, 5th and 6th graders decided to come together this year to quadruple that number this year.
We all had a part in our heart that wanted to help.
Shipping just 1 box costs over $200. So the 2 grades hosted a competition to bring in more donations.
It was fun doing a competition at the same time when we were helping people.
That competition brought in support from all over the community, from relatives helping ship boxes to local businesses pitching in. One student's video asking for help got more than 1,000 views on Facebook.
It's really rewarding, and hopefully they'll take this lesson forward and realize, there's different ways that they can help out.
It's a lesson some of the kids are taking to heart.
So we're very fortunate for what we have, and not everyone is as fortunate as us. So when we got to send stuff to them, it made me feel very happy that they get the same stuff as we do.
So far, the students have raised over $5,000 to buy 27 boxes of supplies. They're still taking donations until Monday, and you can donate supplies at the school or through the donation link online.
Nicole, thank you. Coming up, why Target is recalling a certain brand of chocolate it sold for Valentine's Day. Plus, how much can COVID infections boost our natural immunity? We have the results from the most extensive study yet.
Lumberland Furniture is the best place to buy furniture during our huge President's Sale. Check out our incredible doorbuster deals on now. Like this love seat free when you purchase the matching sofa for only $5.98. The President's Doorbuster Sale while they last.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again. 833-WISC-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
After violence turned Waukesha's Christmas parade into tragedy, Judge Jennifer Doro ensured justice was served, maintaining order, protecting the rights of victims. Her Grace Under Fire won praise nationally. Now Judge Jennifer Doro is ready to serve on the Supreme Court. Wife, mother, prosecutor. Judge Doro's life's work is keeping Wisconsin families safe. It's no surprise Judge Doro is law enforcement's choice. The tested judicial leader, Judge Jennifer Doro for Supreme Court.
Slumberland Furniture is the best place to buy furniture during our huge President's Sale. Check out our incredible doorbuster deals on now. Like this love seat free when you purchase the matching sofa for only $598. The President's Doorbuster Sale while they last.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Well, you may want to double check that chocolate you got for Valentine's Day. Packs of it sold at Target are being recalled due to an allergy risk. These 8-ounce bags of Favorite Day branded Valentine's milk chocolate covered caramels with nonpareil are voluntarily recalled. They may contain tree nuts, which is not noted on its packaging. Tree nuts include chestnuts, Brazil nuts, walnuts, hazelnuts, pecans, pine nuts, and cashews. The products are packed in stand-up pouch bags with the lot number 33822 and a best buy date of December 7th of 2023. Consumers can call Target Guest Relations for a refund. Nearly 3 years into the COVID-19 pandemic, the virus is still evolving, and new research shows just how much immunity we are getting after being infected. A new U.S. study finds natural immunity is strong and long-lasting for people infected with COVID-19 at least once before, giving them up to 10 months of protection from reinfection or serious illness and lowering their risk of hospitalization and death by nearly 90%. While findings showed a COVID infection gives similar immunity to a double dose of vaccine, researchers say getting a jab is still the safest way to protect yourself.
So you can get immunity through infection, but it runs the risk that you're going to be one of those cases that can affect all age groups, actually, where you have a bad outcome, you end up being hospitalized, or you could even die.
And this is the most comprehensive analysis yet on COVID immunity. Researchers from the University of Washington looked at 65 studies from 19 countries up until September of last year. A new study is finding that some breast cancer patients may be able to skip radiation therapy after surgery. Researchers say that for women age 65 and older, bypassing radiation after surgery for small hormone-positive breast cancer tumors does not appear to affect their overall survival rate, provided they receive 5 years of hormone therapy instead. The data found that the overall survival rate was nearly identical for those with radiation therapy and those without it, at just over 80% for both groups. In the U.S., a quarter of all breast cancer diagnoses are in women age 65 to 74. And we have some breaking news into the newsroom in just the last few minutes. The Dane County Medical Examiner's Office has identified the man killed in a hit and run on Schrader Road this week. The medical examiner says 66-year-old Stephen Fleck of Madison and his dog died from their injuries in the crash on Wednesday night. Police have not yet made any arrest in this case, but police say they are looking for a royal or metallic blue sedan. Well, after the break, find out how Mitchell International Airport in Milwaukee was able to stay open throughout yesterday's winter storm. And Miss America is back in Madison, where you'll be able to meet her this weekend. Plus, Gary is back with a complete look at the weekend forecast after this.
Ashley Home Store's President's Day Weekend Mattress Blowout event is here. Save up to 75% on mattress doorbusters from the top brands while they last. Or save big on Tempur-Pedic and Purple adjustable mattress sets. Only at Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer, Ashley Home Store.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
You've got this. 10 days, 2 kids, and the open road. Tourist traps? Set. Souvenir allowances? Dispersed. Juice boxes? Abundant. You've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs. So when must-see attractions become must-pay with cash adventures, we've got you.
Mom, why is the front door open?
You've got this with Associated Bank.
After violence turned Waukesha's Christmas parade into tragedy, Judge Jennifer Dorough ensured justice was served, maintaining order, protecting the rights of victims. Her grace under fire won praise nationally. Now Judge Jennifer Dorough is ready to serve on the Supreme Court. Wife, mother, prosecutor. Judge Doroug's life's work is keeping Wisconsin families safe. It's no surprise Judge Dorough is law enforcement's choice. The tested judicial leader, Judge Jennifer Dorough for Supreme Court.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com. Come on out. I'm on it. 4imprint, for certain.
Ashley Home Store's President's Day weekend blowout is here. This Saturday through Monday, get the very best deals of the season on our furniture doorbusters for your living room, dining room, and bedroom, now up to 60% off. This weekend only at Ashley Home Store.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Madison Parks and Madison Nordic Ski Club are giving people a chance to learn how to cross-country ski at Elver Park. Experienced skiers from Madnorski showed the basic skiing skills needed for beginners to get started in the sport. The free workshop didn't require a ski permit and included equipment for those who needed it. As the Milwaukee area also deals with multiple inches of snow left by yesterday's storm, Mitchell International Airport was able to remain operational throughout it thanks to a brigade of snowplow drivers. It's actually a remarkably choreographed operation using nearly 24 drivers and millions of dollars of plowing equipment. The drivers separate into 2 teams, each covering one half of the runway. They then clear the entire thing in just one pass.
It feels great that we can keep something open for someone to go to a job, trip, vacation, whatever they need to do. It feels pretty good.
Planes will take off and land, and based on testing and feedback from the pilots, the snow team may keep it up almost continuously, especially when it is snowing like this. Temperatures warming back up heading into the weekend. But we're keeping our eyes to the skies tonight.
Yeah, skies are clear, and there's the possibility of seeing the northern lights. There's a solar flare on the sun, and this is from the NOAA Space Weather Center, and it shows where the most likely areas of being able to see the aurora borealis are. And basically north of the U.S.-Canadian border. Just about everybody should see it, but the view line, this thin red line here, goes down through northern Illinois. So it is possible that we could see the northern lights tonight. If you can get out away from the city lights, that would be great. But of course, we have clear skies tonight, so that will certainly help. We have our President's Day forecast. Well, look for a pretty nice weekend overall. In fact, we're looking for temperatures tomorrow, lower 40s with partly sunny skies, maybe a little more cloud cover on Sunday, but still temperatures up around 43 with breezy southwesterly winds. And then for President's Day itself, maybe a couple of flurries in the afternoon, high temperature at 37 degrees. 3 things you need to know. Those highs, again, lower 40s for the weekend. Then we turn colder next week. It'll be a gradual process, but temperatures will be below normal by the end of the week. And then we have the possibility for some snow from late Tuesday night in through Thursday, but there also could be some sleet or freezing rain mixed in as well. And here's the reason why. The Future Track computer models, this is the European computer model starting at early Wednesday morning. Some light snow across southern Wisconsin. That continues through Tuesday night and And then Wednesday morning, maybe a little bit of a break through the day. Notice the rain coming up from the south. Northeasterly winds here. Temperatures are cold enough so that near the ground, they're below freezing. Above the ground, might see rain, and so that rain falls into the cold air, and you have the possibility for some sleet or freezing rain. Farther to the north, precipitation primarily in the form of snow, and it'll be a long duration event. Notice on Thursday, our snow just kind of tapers down to some flurries, but it continues to snow pretty steadily in the northern part of the state. The GFS computer model, the U.S. computer model, shows also a mix of precipitation early on Thursday morning. The rain a little bit closer to us, and that actually has us changing to rain for a little while, which would limit the amounts of precipitation. The European computer model shows a potential for a major winter storm to our north. Notice we're kind of on the edge here with lesser snows to the south. The GFS computer model, even more snow up to the north, but even less snow here in the southern part of the state. The other problem is freezing rain. The European computer model shows the possibility for a quarter to maybe 3/4 of an inch of freezing rain. That would not be good if it does happen. The GFS computer model farther to the north, but still a lot of uncertainty. This storm already has moved up a day in terms of timing, and the computer models are indicating different things as far as the precipitation and that sort of thing. So at this point, we're just keeping an eye on it, but we'll put an alert day in the forecast if we think that it's necessary. Right now, we're just watching the milder Pacific air out to the west heading in our direction, and that'll be in here for the weekend. Planning your night, low of 22 Fitchburg, 24 in Mazomanie with clear skies, 21 for the low in Platteville, and 22 degrees in Lone Rock. For tomorrow, lots of sunshine, partly sunny skies, a milder day, high temperature at 41, and your first warn 7 to 10 day forecast, lower 40s for the weekend. Upper 30s for Monday, some flurries in the afternoon. The snow Tuesday night into Wednesday, mixing with some sleet and freezing rain, changing to snow showers on Thursday, and then temperatures stay cold for the end of next week, maybe some snow showers Friday night into Saturday morning.
It is homecoming weekend in Madison for Miss America. Grace Stanke won the coveted title in December. Today, the UW senior held a meet and greet at the Memorial Union, and tomorrow she'll be at the Kendra Scott Jewelry Store at Helldale from 2 to 4. Stanke, who's studying nuclear engineering, is traveling the country this year advocating for her social issues, which is nuclear power and other zero-carbon energy sources. Girl Scout cookie season is right around the corner here at the Badger State, and starting early next month, the Badgerland Girl Scouts will start selling cookies to raise money for the organization and teach Girl Scouts about money management. The sales begin March 4th and last for 6 weeks. Despite inflation, boxes will be $5 a box, with gluten-free chocolate chip cookie boxes costing $6. All the profits will stay with local troops.
The regular season for college hockey is winding down, and both Badger squads got home series this weekend. When we return, we talk Michigan State plus Senior Day.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Do you want to create your dream home? Then you should attend the Madison Build, Remodel, and Landscape Show, where admission is free this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only at the Monona Terrace Convention Center. Make contacts, hire contractors, explore the best in kitchens, baths, and custom remodeling, windows, doors, and room additions. Whatever improvements your home needs, you'll find solutions at the Build, Remodel, and Landscape Show. Free admission this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only at the Monona Terrace Convention Center.
Is your house frustratingly cold? Here's some good news. You can upgrade to our high-efficiency foam insulation, and the federal government will pay up to 30% of the cost in the form of an energy tax credit. Our foam keeps the cold air out, your warm air in, with lower energy costs all year long. And again, the energy tax credit covers up to 30% of the cost. Our schedule is filling fast, so call now and get in ahead of everyone else. It's time to stop freezing and start saving.
USA Insulation.
Chevy Silverado factory lifted trucks. With the capability of a 2-inch lift, the versatility of the available multi-flex tailgate, and the connection of a 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Chevy Silverado, taking adventure to a whole new level.
Get 2.99% financing for 5 years on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $1,250 cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $3,250 total cash allowance.
Every single moment takes your breath away. Every powerful emotion makes your spirit soar. everyone who sees it remembers it forever. Join the circle of life at The Lion King.
Coming to Overture Center May 11th through 28th. Tickets on sale now at overture.org.
News 3 Now is always on.
Download the Channel 3000 app and you'll have access to the News 3 Now newsroom in the palm of your hand.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
For 20% of its victims, the fallout from concussion can last months or years.
It affects their work, their family life. It affects everything.
News 3 Now, Charlotte Deleste shares her personal battle with the invisible injury. Thursday at 10.
And just like that, the regular season is almost over. Badger men's hockey is less than 2 hours away from dropping the puck on their final home series for the regular season. And this weekend's outing comes against a familiar conference foe, Michigan State. These teams squared off back in November, where the Badgers got swept. But UW is in a very different spot than they were back then. They're fresh off beating the top-ranked team last weekend. And Tony Granato is hoping that his squad carries that momentum into this weekend.
Michigan State's having a good year. They're playing for home ice advantage in the playoffs. They beat us twice in their building. I thought we actually skated really well up there. We just weren't good enough around the net. So it gives us a challenge that we're going to face in the playoffs. We're going to face great goaltending, and we're going to have to find ways to score enough to win.
Game gets underway at the Kohl Center at 8, and I'm going to have more from that tonight at 10. Now, while the men's team has 2 more series left in the regular season, this weekend is it for the Badger women's team. And they've got a tough task ahead of them with the #1 team in the country coming to Madison. But hey, this weekend is more than just a series with the Buckeyes. Sunday is set to be a pretty special one for 7 players as it's senior day. The ceremony will take place before the puck drops on Game 2 with Ohio State. And it's a moment that Nicole Lamantia is and isn't ready for.
Definitely bittersweet. It's been on my mind. Kind of just didn't want it to come all year. So Coach is serious when he said, it comes quick, and I'm so happy that I've had this extra year. I can't imagine it going any other way, and I've loved this place and just super excited for what's to come this weekend with my family and my friends in town.
Well, there's at least one Aaron returning to Green Bay for the 2023 season. Aaron Jones is staying in the green and gold after his agents reworked his contract due to salary cap restrictions. Now, ESPN's Adam Schefter reports that Jones will have an $11 million salary for the upcoming season with an $8.52 million bonus. Jones finished 2022 with over 1,000 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns while racking up almost 400 in the air and 5 receiving scores.
That's just like Gary's contract.
Yeah. Just
like it, exactly.
Yeah, just a couple $1 million less in there. Well, temperatures right now are on the cold side. There's a live view from the Edgewater Sky Camp. Skies are clear, and again, you might be able to see the northern lights tonight, but right now hovering around 20 degrees, give or take a degree or 2 in Dane County, 20 right now in McFarland, and 20 for the temperature in Cross Plains.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Have a great evening, everyone, and we'll see you back here at 10.